But again, we don't know much about him, so I didn't really care about him. And there's like a part where he's being interrogated by the robotic arm guy. They capture him and they essentially take him along to find Logan, which is utterly pointless because you don't need him. You need the girl. So now you're saying, okay, you want the girl, but now you're saying you want this other guy instead.
They still want the girl.
We can't do anything.
And he's a tracker. That's what
they have high tech. They have high tech equipment anyway.
How are they gonna follow Logan? He doesn't have a tracker on his body.
No,
See, without a tracker, they can't follow them.
No, what I'm saying is they have. This is 2029. It's the future. Are you telling me that you can't find high tracking systems? For God's sakes, they use drones. What was the last drone movie that came out last year? Eye in the Sky. I mean, if you're gonna use somebody to find somebody, the least you can do is have like some kind of hunter or something, some kind of different character from the X-Men universe. There's a pivotal scene where Caliban and Logan are in the shack before everything goes down. Caliban tells him that you are hurting on the inside, you're drinking too much, you're doing this, you just want to die, and then Logan just tells him off, and then his character is just wasted throughout the whole movie. This is Hugh Jackman's last film as Wolverine. He wants to move on to other things, and also because I don't think he wants to be typecast, which I commend him for that. I said before the movie started, if Wolverine's gonna go out, he better go out R-rated and everything, and it delivered on that promise. Logan is a good character, no denying that, and the action is great, no denying that either. It's just I'm saying.
Gore, man.
Oh yeah, this movie's rated R. Did we mention that? I think we did. But yeah, for an R-rated X-Men movie, I think they did a pretty good job. I think they went all out with it and just said, we're gonna show you realistically what happens when you take these 3 blades and like cut into things.
But this girl actually had 2 blades and 2 on the feet.
It's not like she was wasted, which I was so worried about because in The Wolverine, that Japanese girl was just so wasted. She contributed very little. And I was just saying to myself, okay, could they possibly waste her character any more than everyone else in this movie? But thankfully this movie doesn't have that problem, so problem solved. At least you knew what to fix. I was just concerned that the writing was going to be bad, and for the most part the writing's okay, but the problem is that...
story?
Story is like a much improved version of The Wolverine. You gave it a 9.
I liked it. Even though there were some little flaws to it, but I like the fact...
Out of 10 or...
Out of 10.
What about stars? Would you give her like...
5.
There's 5.
5. The reason
Personally, I would give her like a 3 out of 5. It had a lot of good points. It was better than It was better than the other 2. Mm-hmm. It had its flaws. It had its weaknesses. Logan, aka Wolverine's chapped wife, is story arc is done.
This movie was really great. I liked the actions, fightings, everything to it. It was well made. It was in steady pace. It was not confusing. It kept me interested. And I was not like, this is boring. No, it kept me really interested. Really. Except the guy with the robotic hands, he was pointless. He was stupid character.
Seriously pointless.
He was a stupid character.
Like
I didn't like him.
Absolutely 100% unnecessary.
But other characters that I like, Dr. Xavier, he was awesome. Logan was cool, and Laura was cool. Those are the 3 main characters I did love so far in the movie. The weird guy who can burn with the sun, like he was okay, but not as great as the other main characters I did like and care. They're really cool. Even though Lauren was not more developed as a character, she was good as an actor as a kid. Awesome.
At least she wasn't wasted like the Japanese girl in The Wolverine.
So I'm probably gonna give that a movie definitely 9 out of 10. But let's talk about spoilers for a moment. One thing I didn't like about is where Dr. Xavier.
Yeah.
He's
Professor Xavier.
Professor Xavier.
Or at least he was.
stabbed by the weird Terminator clone as Logan.
Yeah, Patrick Stewart dies in this.
Kind of sad though.
And throughout the movie, he becomes almost like the wise old man that Logan
and
won't
Logan started finally to
won't
care.
listen to. And
Logan started to care. So little.
Like after he got stabbed.
Then
but I was just thinking to myself,
he got
okay,
so pissed he stabbed everybody.
Isn't Professor Xavier a mutant too? I mean, wasn't in the movies he was talking about mutants and he's kind of a mutant himself?
But he can't heal.
Because because he has the psychic powers, remember?
But he can heal. He got stabbed.
I thought he couldn't die because he had the magnetic the power, what's it, telekinesis or something? And it was like mind-reading power. He had mind-reading power.
That's the ability he has. He doesn't have the mind-reading powers are different with healing powers. It doesn't conjoin.
Oh.
If he has mind-reading powers, he can't heal. How would he heal? If Wolverine gets stabbed, for example, he heals because he has Wolverine fingers and healing
Wasn't
ability.
he made out of something?
Wolverine or him?
Wolverine.
Yeah, adamantium.
Yeah, which he also says could kill him.
Yeah, with an adamantium bullet though.
Yeah, and by the way, that's what kills X-24.
Yeah, even.
But he went through his experiment and some tube thing. We're gonna have to watch this again.
But one thing I didn't like about
like,
the ending is where the ending was so cool. Where even
the ending, I think, was a very fitting tribute. Like
I did like it when
Logan does die. He gets in.
But Laura says
and then
like
Laura
Dad.
And then
I was so
takes.
Happy.
And what I thought was kind of fitting was,
she was crying.
She
buries
him.
So
she buries him in woods, and then before they leave, Laura
takes the X-Men,
the grave cross, and then puts it on its side to make it an X. And then the big fanfare music starts playing, and I kind of thought that was a fitting tribute.
But I did like the fact she says Dad, because I did like the fact she said
considering what Wolverine was such a big part of X-Men, and considering that the mutants no longer exist, I thought it was a fitting tribute to the X-Men in general. And I don't know if there's going to be any more X-Men movies after that, but...
Because Wolverine's not going to be in it. But one thing I did like is kind of sad, is where Logan does die. I thought he might come back because we don't know. He's dead. He might not return as Wolverine. We don't know. Because even though he said this is the last film he will make to be Wolverine, somebody might come back and try to heal him again. We don't know. But I did like the fact that Laura said Dad. I was kind of happy at the ending where...
I'm surprised that she knew this the whole time. Why couldn't she just say this, like, oh yeah, you're my dad, so it's my job to protect you from yourself. It's my job to protect you from yourself. You don't give a crap. I do, though. I need to protect you at all costs. I don't care if you want to just be left alone. I don't care. I'm gonna protect you. Why didn't she just say that? No, she didn't say that because
Hold on. Lauren did say that he was gonna die because he was really ill. The doctor said the doctor probably could have helped him.
Oh yeah, that's why he wakes up in a doctor's office, some random doctor's office, and at first I thought it might have been Stan Lee, but no. By the way, Stan Lee doesn't appear in this movie once.
We're gonna go if he did though.
I honestly don't know why. He wakes up in the doctor's office, and then just stays there, and the doctor's like, oh yeah, let me help you. If you don't want to see other doctors, then I'll take care of you myself. And he's like, thank you, but I don't need to, and then yeah. But,
he is really Logan was really ill.
He just wants to die, I know this.
The reason why is because...
This movie is
because he was immortal.
This movie has been building up to something.
The reason why...
He's so damaged, but he doesn't care if he dies, and it's like...
See, the reason why is because when he finally turned... Remember,
Is it this movie again?
No, wait. There was a time... I did...
X-Men? Didn't see it. X2?
No, listen.
X-Men 3: The Last Stand? Didn't see it either.
I did remember that he did lost his abilities once. But for some reason in this movie, I think he lost the power to heal because I think he's ill in the body itself, all the drinking he's doing, a lot of stuff. I think it's
well, keep in mind
his mutant abilities, but he still has the blade and everything. He can't heal anymore. He only has the ability to open claws now. He has no healing factor.
And still fight, of course. But
Yeah, it's kind of sucky that.
But keep in mind,
That's
Shree,
powers.
this is years after either Days of Future Past or Apocalypse, whatever. It's years after the events of those movies. It's like years later. I noticed this because Patrick Stewart is much older now. He's blind, a washed up version of the mutant that he once was. Because all the mutants are gone, mostly. All the
Maybe that's the reason why he lost his intelligence, because
they both live in that crappy shack.
the reason why is because
In the middle of a desert.
all the family they had all gone. That's the reason why I did find out this is what Logan said. Anybody that I have next to them, they all pass away. And he does that's what he felt when Dr. Xavier died. It's gonna suck. He did felt something. Anytime he has anyone closer, something bad happens to them. And he just want to take that chance. That's the reason why he didn't want to take a chance to lose the daughter that he has. But instead he died.
He would have preferred to go out if it was him. Because at the very least, he wouldn't have to watch other people suffer.
And the sadness as it is at the ending, it was very sad where Logan had to pass. Even though this is his last chapter of Wolverine. I commend you, Hugh Jackman. You did wonderful as Wolverine. Awesome as Wolverine. I hope to see you in another big pictures.